Hey, I am really excited today because I've been playing with magnets all week to prepare for this fun time for step science. And magnets are in a lot of different toys. I have a little moose here that I stick to my refrigerator. He's got magnets in his hands and I can stick it to my metal can. And I got a lot of little moose friends, and I've got lots of magnets that I can stick all over the place and make my can look really great. But magnets are in a lot of toys. And so I thought, wow, there is a lot of science to learn about magnets. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I hope that you brought some magnets with you to this session. Some of them might be as close as on your refrigerator or in your toy box. Lots of different magnets are all around our house and used everywhere. So let's talk about some of the science behind magnets. Magnets is an object that can pull or push another object with a special kind of force, and that's called a magnetic field. So we can't see it. It's invisible. Can you see the force? Here comes my magnet, and all of a sudden I get it close to the can, and boom, it sticks all by itself. And no tape, no glue. All I did was boing, and it stuck. That force is invisible, and it's called a magnetic field. So can you think of something else that is invisible, something that you can't see that's just all around us? I can. Take your hand and fan your face. What can you feel? And I have a card. I have my birthday card. Woo! What is it? It's invisible. It's air, right? It's all around us. So the magnetic field is not the only invisible thing that's all around us. Oh, another one is gravity. If you have a pencil or some little object around you, take and drop it. Whoa, gravity. Gravity pulled it down. We can't see that force, but it's all around us. It affects us. It holds us to the earth. And that's another invisible force. So we're talking about a magnetic field with invisible force. And I'm going to switch my camera now because we're going to do something special with this magnetic field invisible force. So I have a white sheet of paper, and hiding under my sheet of paper are two bar magnets. This is a magnetic wand that I got at a toy store, and this is just a bar magnet that I got at the hardware store. And all around the magnet is that magnetic field or invisible force, and we're going to make it show up. You know, we could feel the air when we fanned our face, and we could watch gravity pull the pencil to the ground, but we can't really see that invisible magnetic force until we start sprinkling some iron shavings. Now, iron shavings and iron is something that's always attracted to a magnet. So what I'm going to do here is shake some iron shavings all around my piece of paper, and the magnet is going to pull on those iron shavings, and look what happens. They line up, and you can start to see where that magnetic force, that magnetic field is on my paper. And it's making spikes, and it's collecting in different places all around where the magnet was. So there we go. Whoa! So if I pull out my magnet, look what happens. I'm pulling that magnet all around, and that magnetic force is attracting the iron shavings. So you can't see the magnetic field, but you can see the effects that it has when we use something like iron shavings, which the magnets attract, and they collect inside that magnetic force and make all the shapes. I'm going to do a few more over here because that was cool. There we go. Look at that. All around that bar magnet. So that's a little bit about the invisible force that magnets have. So we're going to get out a whole tray of fun things. And this is where, if you brought some magnets to this session, that we're going to test them out and have some fun with them. So I brought a whole tray of cool things. Now, some of the magnets I have around the house came right off my refrigerator. And there's a magnet, you know, it holds things to my refrigerator. I've got one of those, and I've got a little heart magnet. All of these came off my refrigerator. But I also have a bar magnet, and let's see, oh, a little clip with a magnet on the back. So all of these are going to attract different things. So what I want to do is see what a magnet will stick to. So I'm going to use my wand, and I'm going to try to pick up a few things that I have here on my tray. And so if you have, let's just do something that I know it will stick to. Do you have any paper clips with you today? So let's see what happens when I take my wand magnet and try to pick up a paper clip. Will it work? Oh yeah, check it out, a whole bunch. So paper clips probably have a little bit of iron or some other kind of metal in there, and they stick to magnets. So you can take your magnet and try to pick up a paper clip. The magnet will pull. Oh, it pulled something else. Oh my goodness, I got a chain that time. Yeah, the magnet will pull on anything with a little bit of iron in it. And that pull is, we can also say it attracts. That's a good vocabulary word to learn. The magnet attracts or pulls on some metal things. Now let's try to see what else that a magnet will pick up. Lots of things that are metal. Let's see, will it pick up a feather? Here's my bar magnet. Nope, it didn't work. Let's see. How about a button? Nope, it picked up a wire though. Look at that, I got a wire. So you can go around your house and try to pick up different things and see if the magnet will attract it. Whoops, I got the wire again. I'm trying to pick up this ball of fuzz, pom-pom. Nope, doesn't work. How about a marble? Will it work? Nope. Oh, I got the chain and the paper clips, but it didn't pick up the marble. The marble's made out of glass, so different things you can experiment with. Of course, it's going to pick up another magnet, usually. Okay, oh, here's something. How about, oh yeah, a bunch of push pins. That was definitely a yes, because there's metal or iron inside there. Let's see, I have a ribbon. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, I got another paper clip in the process. I got a balloon. No. So plastic, no. Metal, yes. And even, you know, I've got a pretty strong magnet with this wand magnet, but even your refrigerator magnets, if that's what you have today, there's a little magnet on the back. You can go around and see what you can attract. Okay, so magnets also will push things away. And that is kind of a special property that happens. Now, if you take a look at a bar magnet, you may have something like this. I got this at a toy store. It's got two poles. It's got a north pole and it's got a south pole. All magnets have poles, opposite ends. And what happens is when you have another magnet, this one is just bent in a horseshoe shape. And here's another one that's another bar magnet. It's my red pole is north and the silver pole is south. So magnets will also push things away or repel. So let's find out what happens when I put two north poles together. Whoa, I can feel it. I can feel it pushing away. Now, if you do this at home, or if you have any magnetic toys, you can kind of feel that push. It's something that I can't show you. That's that invisible force. I can't show it to you on a TV screen or a computer screen, but it's there and you can feel it. So here's south to south, and I can feel that push the magnet is pushing something away. But what happens if I do a south pole and a north pole? What do you think will happen? Let's find out. Oh, it sticks. So opposite poles will attract, and poles that are the same, like two south poles or two norths, are going to push or repel. So that's a special property of a magnet. Do you think my magnet will stick to my cool Santa mug? No rats. So you can go around and just test out what's made of metal. And the reason that we're having so much fun with refrigerator magnets is because refrigerators are actually, the doors are actually made of metal. Okay, so, oh, here we go. Here's 3 different spoons made out of 3 different things. Which one do you think will be attracted to my wand magnet? Plastic spoon, wooden spoon, or metal spoon? Let's try it out. Oh, of course, metal. All right. And no, the pine cone's not going to get attracted. But here's something really cool. We were just talking about North Pole and South Pole. I have an Earth. When I said North Pole and South Pole on my bar magnet, what do you think about Earth? What does the Earth have? Let's see if I can find the North Pole. There it is, the North Pole. And then if I turn it to the other side, what have I got? The South Pole. So the Earth actually is a big magnet, and there's magnetic field all around the whole Earth. And that's because if we were to cut the Earth in half so we could see what was inside it, you would find a whole bunch of liquid or molten iron, and probably nickel too. That's what's in the Earth's core, the inside, the center of the Earth. And so that's a very magnetic metal. And so the magnetic force goes all around the Earth and all around the Earth. And that protects us from some of the harmful sun rays. So our whole big Earth is a great big giant magnet. We're just seeing what the little magnets can do that we have here. But yeah. So because the Earth is a big giant magnet, we can use a compass. Now, you've probably heard that compasses help us find our direction, and that's because the needle on the compass always points to the north, the magnetic north, the North Pole. And so if you had a compass to play with, you could take a magnet, any magnet that you have, even my little refrigerator magnet, and stick it close to the compass and watch the dial spin. This one isn't spinning very much, but you can see it's kind of a weak magnet. Let's try a stronger magnet. Let's try, whoops, one of my bar magnets stuck to something. Let's see if we can make the compass move. There we go. Wow. There we go. Let's try a stronger magnet. Maybe we can get it to spin. What do you think? Whoa, I was way over here off screen, and it started moving even before I got close. Look at that. Woo! So that's a little bit about how a compass works. There's so many interesting things about magnets. So now we're going to do some projects together so that you can make some bottle cap boats with me today. So if you came prepared with some bottle caps that came off a milk jug, I have a bunch of them. What we're going to do, we're going to take a sticky craft magnet. It's got a little peel off sticker on the back. See, I'm peeling that off. And then I'm going to take my bottle cap, and underneath I'm going to stick that magnet to the back. And I'm going to float it in my pan of water. This is a pan of water. See? Okay, so there's one bottle cap boat. Then I made some ahead of time, and you can make some. There's one that I made. I put a sticky back on it. And I think I did a couple more. Oh yeah, I did a Coke cap. There we go. And they're floating inside my pan of water. Now, what is gonna happen? Let's make another one so you can catch up. Because if you brought some bottle caps and some stick-on magnets to this session, you know that we're making bottle cap boats. So there we go. I've got another one. So now let's see what happens. Now we've got our wand magnet, or you could use any magnet that you happen to bring. I also have some round magnets that work. And let's see if we can move these bottle cap boats with the power of magnetic invisible force. Let's try it. So here's my wand. Can I make that magnet move? Oh boy, look at that. I can make it move around the water just by hovering over my boat. Look at that. I can make it spin, and that's that magnetic force that we're working on, that's working on the bottle cap boats. Ooh, that one's spinning. So you can have fun playing with that today. And actually, if you don't have any stick-on magnets, here's one thing that you can do. I've got one without any magnet on it, and it's going to float. And I have just another little teeny magnet that I got at the hardware store. You can put that in the middle. It almost sunk my bottle cap. And then try it. Woo! Check that out. Woo, woo, woo. So you can really get a good, and of course, if you get too close, it's going to suck it up. But there you go. Woo, I did it again. But yeah, you can do it even without sticky back craft magnets. And make them go. All right, so there are bottle cap boats. That's one kind of fun thing you can do with the invisible force and a magnetic field. Here's another thing that you can have fun with. A Matchbox car, and see if we can move that Matchbox car. And here's what I did. If you have a Matchbox car at home and you have any kind of really small magnet, I happen to have these from the hardware store. They're little circle magnets, but you know, you might have a little one that's a square, or they come in lots of different shapes. You can stick that magnet on your Matchbox car and then take a little bit of tape and tape that magnet. See, my car's plastic, so my magnet won't stick to my car. But if you have a metal Matchbox car, you won't even need the tape like I do. There, I taped it to the top. There's a magnet taped to my car. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to see if I can make that car run with my magnet. So here we go. Let's see if I can do it. So if I hold the wand magnet really close, how far? Whoa! Oh no, I pulled the tape off. But you can make that car go all around. And you can get really good at it. You can start to judge the distance, how close is too close, and then it would suck it up to the, that would attract it to the wand. Or, whoops, can I just make it come towards me and run my car? Oh, I'm repelling it. Look at that, I'm repelling it. Goodbye, I'm moving my car and I'm repelling it. Let's see if I can do this. Yep, depends on how I hold it. Oh, that tape isn't working very well. Here we go. I really like the repelling. That was awesome. There we go, goodbye. So you can play with that, but that's a really fun thing to do. Something else you can do is if you had a big piece of paper, you could put the car on the paper and you could drive it around, maybe a piece of cardboard, and you could make it move all around and kind of make a track for it and move it with your magnet. So that's kind of fun. All kinds of interesting ways to play with magnets. and test out what that invisible magnetic force is all about. There's one more kind of cool project that we're going to do today, and I have some more magnets and I have some pipe cleaners. So if you brought some pipe cleaners to this session, what you can do is chop them up into little teeny pieces like I have here in my cup. So all I did was cut, about inch long pieces. Cut, and I have a whole cup full of them. And we're gonna make a magnetic monster and a magnetic bug. So let's do the magnetic bug first. So here's my little round magnet. Whoops, there we go. I'm gonna put that down on my table. Can you see that? And then I'm gonna take some of those pipe cleaners that I that I cut up, and I'm gonna drop them onto my magnet. What's happening? They're being attracted. Inside pipe cleaners, there's a little wire. And there's got to be some iron in that little wire, because look what I've got. Now I've got a little caterpillar bug. And it's all because they were sticking. And then if you want to decide that, oh, I don't want that anymore, I want to do it again, you can pull them right up and do it again. You get a different shape bug. It's different every time. And then I was just fooling around, and I took some googly eyes, and there's some googly eyes, and I took some of the craft stick-on magnets and I put some on the back. And because, you know, the googly eyes are made out of plastic, and of course plastic doesn't stick to a magnet. But now if I put a magnet on the back of them, they'll stick to another magnet. So I put some eyes on my wand, or you could do any kind of bar magnet to do that with. And then I'm going to put some more in there. I took my pipe cleaners, stuck them in the cup. Look what I got. I got a magnet monster. And you can do that over and over again. Lots of different colors, lots of different fun, and see how many you can pick up. And if you have different magnets, you can test out how strong they are by how many pieces of pipe cleaners that you pick up. And of course, he looks really silly. There you go. So those are our 3 projects, just kind of fun things to do to experiment with magnetic force. I just thought of one other thing that you can do besides crazy monsters and bottle cap boats. This is really, I've got a ruler. It doesn't show up very well. There we go. I've got a ruler. I've got a paper clip, and I've got a magnet. And you can test out the strength of magnets doing this. And so there's the 1-inch side of the ruler, and I'm going to put the paper clip close to that 1-inch line. See that? There's the 1 inch, there's the paper clip. And then I'm going to come in with this, there we go, now you can see it better. I'm going to come in with my magnet wand, and I'm going to measure how close I have to get before my magnet will attract that paper clip. There you go. It's almost there. Oh, this one was a 1/4 inch, because I could read the markings on my ruler. So I'm going to try that again. Let's see. I start at the edge of my ruler, and I get closer and closer and closer. I'm looking at the lines on my ruler, and yep, a 1/4 inch away, and it attracted the paper clip. So you can test out the strength of any magnet by doing this. Here's my little round one that I got at the hardware store. I'm going to start at the edge, and I move it closer and closer and closer and closer to that paper clip. Boom! And it was only about 1/8 of an inch away that time. So I think my wand is a little stronger. So now I'm going to say goodbye. And I hope you had fun today playing with magnets and thinking about how the earth is a great big giant magnet. And find some toys around your house today that involve magnets and use magnets. And we'll have another fun science experiment next time. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Ann. That was a really fun activity. It's always cool to experiment with things that we have around the house, and I always love when we're discovering invisible forces that are around us all the time, and we can find those through science. So we're going to be hosting more sessions like this. Next week is we've got a lineup coming. So on Tuesday, we're doing Get Crafty, where we're going to do some arts and crafts and get a little bit messy and create something. On Thursday, we're doing Let's Create a Story. So you can choose what happens in the story, and we'll all create a story together. In a week from today, on Friday, we're going to do First Step Science, where we're going to discover a little bit about the world around us. You can sign up for all of those by going to www.greatlakeskids.org/news and events, and you can register for those, and those are free right now. And if you're interested in donating to the Children's Museum, you can go to www.greatlakeskids.org/donate. We appreciate anything that you can give during this time when fewer people are coming through the door. Eventually, this is going to be a subscription service called GLCM Stream. It's another membership that you're going to be able to join for the Children's Museum. It's going to be about $8 a month, and you're going to get access to all of this content, live content, and all of the videos that you can watch anytime you want. So that's the end of our session. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, we'll say goodbye. Bye.